Today, I'm going to teach you about passive income ideas that you can do while working at your current job. There are many passive income online that you actually can research and you actually can do it yourself. There are part-time jobs that pay well. Let's start with lawn care. So in the summer, even starting from spring, people are actually looking for someone to help them with their lawn, with their yards, to do lawn care. So I know that on average, lawn care is $55 an hour. Imagine how many houses you can go to and actually help them with their lawn, making them look nice, and get $55 for 1 hour of work. Now, a passive income lifestyle, it depends on you, what you like to do, in what area you live, and some of what I mentioned may not apply to you, but you can think about it, perhaps other income streams that you actually can get and learn. The next one is bookkeeper. Bookkeeper, you can get $30 an hour. If you don't have experience in bookkeeper, sign up on QuickBooks and start playing around with the software and learn about bookkeeping. QuickBooks helps you to actually step by step do whatever needs to be plugged in. So whether it's a credit, whether it's a receipt, whether it's an invoice, you just learn the skill. And if you know how to do bookkeeping, you know that QuickBooks will really help you. People need bookkeepers, especially accountants. They need bookkeepers. They are actually short-staffed in this field. And also small businesses prefer to hire a bookkeeper on the side instead of having the accountant do it. If the accountant is going to do it, he's going to charge prime price. But if the bookkeeper is going to do it, you can make $30 an hour. Now, the next one is part-time for teachers. You can be an online instructor. You sign up with TEFL, and TEFL is going to hook you up with students who are actually looking for teachers, for instructors who can really teach online. For that, you can make about $30 an hour. Another one is passive income that can be as a business. You can be a stylist, a fashion consultant. You can make about $50 an hour to $500 an hour. It all depends on your experience and also your creativity. You can also be a personal shopper. So it's either a stylist, fashion consultant, or a personal shopper. Now, if you are a student, part-time jobs for students, you can be as an executive assistant or virtual assistant. So let me tell you what's the difference. Executive assistant is the person who is actually in the office helping the executive right there. Virtual assistant is actually you are working from home and helping through emails or through other project management softwares. You can make $38 an hour. Imagine that, work part-time. This that I mentioned are the side gigs to make money. So you don't have to quit your job. You can actually do it on the side, on the weekend, in the evening, or in the morning, depends on your work schedule. So it doesn't interfere. The side gig that pays well is a consultant. Let me explain what consultant does. It depends on your field, whatever you do, whether it's social media, whether it's law, whether it's accounting, whether it's HR. You are working in that field already. You're knowledgeable, you have experience, you know it. So you can be a consultant for small business owners who are actually opening up a business. They need help in your area. So as a consultant, you can make about $100 an hour. These side gig ideas are actually amazing because you are doing it basically without interfering in your work. You're doing it part-time. Now, the part-time jobs online that you can do are email marketing, lead generation strategist, which makes you about $30 an hour to $60 an hour. You can be social media manager or social media marketing specialist, which makes you about the same, $30 an hour. If you don't know about these fields that I actually mentioned about the side gigs, and you really want to do it because of the money, So I have some resources in the description where you can learn through ebooks and other tools that I mentioned. So it really doesn't take much time. All you have to do is read through it, play with it, and use the softwares and learn about it. And then you can become a specialist in that field. So this is not something that you can say, oh my God, it's so overwhelming, it's so hard. It's really not that hard. Just use the resources that I actually have in the description and then work through it. If you feel any of this field is something that interests you, let me know in the comment. Maybe I will send you specifically customized information just for you. The next one, you can be a project manager. Project manager, so let's say you have a project, okay? Whether it's about a campaign that you want to run, whether it's about a marketing something that you want to run, whether it's about advertising, whether it's about real estate, right? Let's say it's about real estate. You have a goal. You have a goal to complete. So you assign that goal to certain staff members. And in order to follow up on the goal, those staff members have to be in the project management software. I mentioned that in the description. There are plenty of them. And then you see the progress. You see how it goes. If it's not progressing, you follow up. You follow up with that staff member. You swap the staff member to someone else. You are able to really communicate with the softwares. Project manager makes about $65 an hour. That's a lot. If you are already a developer and you are already an IT, or you are doing web design programming, you can become a software developer and make about $55 an hour. If you really don't know how to be a software developer, but you really always wanted to go into this field, I have some websites that are mentioned in the description. There are plenty of websites that you can learn and you can get certificate. And then you can put it on the resume that you have the certificate and you are certified in this field. So software developer is an option. Or as a web designer. Lots of people now see ads about how you can web design without experience, just with drag and drop. So I have some websites, you can actually check them out and try it yourself. As a web designer, you can make $32 an hour. I know some who do it maybe like professionally. They do it full-time and a side gig, and they make $6,000 for each website that they design. So learn this. If you are a party person and you like really music and play with music, you can become a DJ. DJ makes about $42 an hour at night. Usually DJs are playing and parties are usually at night, sometimes in the afternoon, sometimes it depends. So it's $42 an hour. You can sell online, have an e-commerce business. I usually go to Poshmark and I sell my clothing that I really don't wear anymore, but they are in good condition. People buy my stuff. So you can also go to e-commerce. You can also sell your stuff online. If you don't have items to sell or you are not feeling comfortable, then you can just go to Printify. Printify is print on demand, meaning that you get designed stuff, put in an item, such as a mug, clothing, or a hat, whatever that is. You put a design and then people just buy it. I usually like to use Printify to put someone's logo in there and just show it to them and say, would you like items that have your logo on it? And people just go and say yes, and then they order how much they want, and that's how I make money. This requires skill of graphic design. And if you are thinking of how to be a graphic designer, I have a video in the card right here and also in the description where you can go and learn graphic design just in 10 minutes with no experience, with special tools that I mentioned in that video. The next thing you can do is Creatorjoy. Creatorjoy is a website for people who have items that they sell and they want it to be like a monthly sell. So it's a subscription website. So people purchase, let's say they put in $10 a month and you send them items every week for that amount of money. Creatorjoy is kind of like other websites like Rent a Runway. Rent a Runway is a website for clothing where you put in, let's say, $125 a month, and then you get clothes every month and you just return and you get new ones. So you return, you get new ones, you return, and you get new ones without charge, as long as you are as a member paying your monthly subscription. If you are creative and you have a phone, right, you have a camera, you can be a photographer. I see people who are doing photography for babies, just a startup. They have props and they have backdrops. And then I see photographers who are in the weddings, who are in parties, photographers who are in the events, in conferences. You can sell your photos as stack photos and make money out of it. There is a part-time job, work from home, that you can do, and that is recruitment. You can be a recruiter with just a software that's called Breezy HR. I have another video that I mentioned how you can be an HR working from home, doing stuff that you can do virtually, and it's in the description, right? This is a part-time job for students online, and that is public speaking. Being a public speaking, it's probably nerve-wracking, but if you have been doing presentations in your school, if you were taking speech and communications, this is a great field for you to actually continue with the skill that you already have. A speaker can start with $100 per hour or $100 per speaking engagement, and then you can build it up until $100,000. So it all depends on your skills and how much people are interested to show up and just listen to your speech. The next thing you can do is DoorDash. It's food delivery. People go on the app and then they just search for food for a restaurant, and then the restaurant has a DoorDash app, and you have also a DoorDash app. And then once the order goes through, you have to accept it. And once you accept it, you deliver the food, and then you get paid for that service. This is a great part-time job. I know people who are actually doing it, and they are happy. When it was pandemic time, people were doing it all the time because the restaurants were closed, and it was only takeout. So DoorDash was really making money. So it's great. You can do that. Graphic designer. I have mentioned that I have the video that is actually going to teach you how to be a graphic designer in 10 minutes. You can learn the skill, and all you have to do, you can design logos, you can design slide decks, you can design package designs. A designer makes $65 an hour, and you can work from home. Another thing that I want to mention is you can do something that if you love kids, if you love pets, you can be a babysitter or a pet sitter. I know people who are working, they have dogs that need to be taken out a couple of times a day, and they need somebody to do it. So if you love dogs, have the time, and you want to do it, go ahead and do it. Now, the next thing I want to mention is something about real estate. Now, I don't mean to be a real estate agent or something in that area. I mean is to be an investor, a landlord. So Airbnb landlord is basically you have a house that is vacant and it's furnished, and people who go on vacation on that location, instead of ending up being in a hotel, they're actually being in your home, in your house. So they can use the rooms, they can use the backyard, they can use the pool, whatever that house has. They pay rent for you. Where do you find those kind of people, visitors who want to be in places like that? You can post your Airbnb location on Uplisting, and then people who search your location is searchable, and people can just message you through there if they are interested for what time, what date, how long they can be in this house, and then you just sign a contract with them. The next thing, you can be a YouTuber. I really don't suggest much about YouTubing because growing an audience is not easy, and by the time you do make money is when you reach 1,000 subscribers and when you have 4,000 hours of watch time, then you do actually make money. But before that, you don't make any money, but that's where you start. You need to start making videos like this, and then slowly, maybe after 5 years, you'll make something. The next thing is SEO specialist. SEO specialist. Now we have so much information about SEO and so much information to learn about how to make everything search optimized content. Business owners need SEO. YouTubers need someone who knows SEO. So you are the specialist. You can make money with that. People will pay you just to be searched out there and grow an audience. If you feel you don't have the skill but you want to know how to do it, you can go to Udacity. I have it linked in the description. And you can go to Training 360. That's another website that teaches skills, and you'll learn in your free time. So this is a skill that people actually miss, and some people have the skills. I would love to know what skills you have in the description below in order for me to help you and let you know what side gig you can do with those skills that you have. Like this video if you really found value from this, and also subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends who really want to do a side job, who really need extra money. And I'll see you in the next video.